Hey everybody, greetings from northeastern China. As you can see from the sign up there, we are in Shenyang city and we are surrounded by a whole lot of construction. 360 degrees of construction. But you'll see that this station doesn't look like what you would expect from a Chinese railway. And if you go to different train stations around China, you'll see that they typically don't look like this, and that's because we are in what is known by some as Manchuria, and you all know about the Japanese occupation a long time ago. Well, they built this station, so that's why it looks different. This station's been here for a very long time, but we're not here to go down memory lane and try to find anything related to Japan. What we are doing is we're going to find Little Korea, or Koreatown. I've seen some people online describe it as Little Seoul, but I don't think that's appropriate because a lot of the streets there are named after cities in China's Korean autonomous prefecture called Yanbian. I have another video about that you can see here. You can find the link to that video in the comment section below. But a lot of the streets in the Koreatown here in Shenyang city are named after cities from that part of China, which is technically closer to North Korea. So I just don't see that calling the Koreatown, so to speak, in Shenyang Little Seoul is appropriate. So I'm gonna call it Little Korea or just Koreatown. I'll use the terms interchangeably. So let's go find it before it gets dark. Okay, we're here. This is the kind of the outer ring of it, and you can see here's Tumenlu. Now Tumen is a city in Yanbian prefecture. I've been there, I've got a video about it. Awesome city. You can see North Korea from there. I'm just gonna cut into here just to get right into Little Korea right here in Shenyang city. Now Shenyang city is the capital of Liaoning province. You can see signs here. No surprise, they're gonna have Korean and Chinese. Definitely a cool, nice and quiet back here. Anyhow, you can definitely smell some good barbecue. Smells good. Hello. It really smells good back here. I mean, of course, it's barbecue meat everywhere you look, so plenty to eat back here. But tonight I'm determined to go to a state-run North Korean restaurant where all the workers are actually North Korean. There is at least one and maybe even more of those in this area, so that's where I'll be dining tonight. It's Food City back here. This says Didao Chaoxianzu Fengwer, so authentic North Korean style food. And this is basically their menu.
Hey guys, 你们想学中文吗? Do you know what I just said there? I just asked you if you want to study Chinese in Chinese. I personally think you should, and here's why. There are Chinese people all over the world, so your chances to use it are limitless. It could also open up new opportunities for you in life. I have partnered with the amazing team at Excel Mandarin, and I encourage you to go check them out. If you want to learn Chinese, you need to start practicing now. People say it's the hardest language, but do not let that intimidate you. Learning Chinese is super fun, and once you start learning, it just becomes a fun hobby. I learned Chinese on the streets of China, fumbling my way around, and never started with a good, solid foundation. So I had to go back and try to correct all of my old bad habits later on. With Excel Mandarin, they'll take you from zero to conversational in just 10 months or less, and you'll learn from native speakers, so you will learn everything correctly the first time. They have a variety of courses, small class sizes, 24/7 support, friendly, enthusiastic teachers, and a comprehensive website and curriculum that will have everything you need to become a Chinese speaker. They even let you try one class for free. So come on, break out of your comfort zone and give it a shot. You'll thank me later. Please go check them out today. You can contact them by phone or email. Links below. And oh yeah, I almost forgot the most important part. Be sure and tell them Mr. Chopsticks sent you.
This is one area that I was determined to find, Korean style market. And I'm glad I managed to get here before it closed off for the day, because these aren't that common to come by. Now, a lot of these shops are going to be closed. It's a little bit late, but plenty are going to be open as well. And you know, traveling through China, this isn't going to be a real common sight. You can see fresh kimchi, other types of Korean style pickled veggies, mi chang. I've had that before. I bought some in Yanji. But yeah, there's a pretty sizable ethnic Korean community here. I've read numbers of like 30,000 just in this general vicinity. Of course, there's no way to know how accurate that is, but that is, you know, at least some kind of number to work with. Yeah, so the stuff they're selling here, if you've seen my videos from Yanji, it's a lot of the same kind of food products, unsurprisingly. And this guy's actually grilling some of that. Here's the sausage, the mi chang, and here's it sliced up, grilling. It's pretty happening back here. Rice wine, Korean style rice wine. More rice wine, mijo. Different flavors of it. Dried fish, dried veggies. Here's a shop. They're not open now, but Miss Korea, if you can see it. Yeah, it's getting dark out here, guys. We've got a little light to work with. And most of these back roads, from what I've read online, this community tends to stay open pretty late. They call it an area that never sleeps. Now, I don't plan on staying up that late to test that out, but at least, you know, it should be lit up and somewhat lively for the next few hours. Now, this entire area is known as Xita, and it's basic. That's the area that they call Koreatown. In Chinese, amongst the locals, it's called Xita. And over here to my right is a North Korean state-run restaurant, and I'll probably be checking that out tonight. But I got a feeling they're probably not too big on cameras and stuff, so we'll have to work something out. But for now, I just want to check this area out and show this to you guys. This is a Koreatown in China, albeit quite diluted, but still, it is something of a Koreatown right here in Shenyang City, northeastern China. And it's a place that a lot of people don't know about. Koreans know about it. And one interesting thing about this area is that you've got a lot of North Koreans, South Koreans, and Korean Chinese all living in one area. So it's one of the rare places that the Korean people from whichever part of Korea they're from, or whichever Korea they're from, can meet and talk and mix and mingle. So there have been many an interesting meeting here, and I'm sure there have been plenty of very interesting conversations because, you know, the South and North Koreans are so close, but yet so far. But if they're both here in this area, here in the Xita area, aka Koreatown of China, well, they can meet, talk, hang out, whatever. Go sing karaoke at a local KTV, go have some barbecue. Another little street food area. That's the main thing here is food. And there's a restaurant straight up ahead, straight above. 我家就在长白山. Now, Changbaishan is actually an autonomous Korean county in northeastern China. So technically you could call that the fourth Korea, although it's very small, it's just a county. I don't know if you can see at the top of that white building or on the side there, it says Shenyang Chaoxianzu Yiyuan. That's a hospital apparently for ethnic Koreans or Korean Chinese. The Korean Chinese are referred to in Chinese as Chaoxianzu, and apparently that's a hospital for them. And like I said, this area is called Xita, and this is the main drag. This is actually called Xita Avenue or Xita Jie, the main drag that cuts through this little Koreatown area. You can see it's well lit up, loaded with restaurants, tea shop, like bubble tea, cafes, KTVs. Well, that's definitely an upscale KTV or karaoke if I've seen one. The Gentleman Club KTV. From this vantage point, you can get a pretty good view of the area. It's a lot of the same kind of stuff, you know, tons of restaurants, tons of karaoke places, aka KTVs, shops. You got a bunch of little shops selling Korean goods. So it's one of Shenyang's little known gems that if you're not Korean, you probably wouldn't have known about. The next step is to eat dinner, and dinner is going to be in the place just up to the left. State-run North Korean restaurant with an all North Korean staff.几点关门？几点关门？哦，可以一位。有小桌子吗？哦，有上好，行。哎，一位，一位。
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt. Just a quick message from yours truly, Mr. Chopsticks. Memberships are now open on my YouTube channel, and memberships start from as low as $1. Perks for being members include exclusive videos every week, unique emojis, loyalty badges, and shoutouts. Patreon memberships are available too. Patreon includes the same exclusive content as YouTube memberships, but also features everything from blog posts and photos from daily life to help with learning Chinese and trip planning assistance. If you want to take your support for the channel to the next level, please check it out. Links below. Okay, now back to the video.
I'm about to try North Korea's most famous beer, Taedonggang beer. I'll let you guys know how it is. Okay, I'm gonna try the traditional Pyongyang style cold noodles here. I've got my DPRK beer, and I asked them to make this savory, not sweet. And it's served in quite a unique dish, you can see. Kind of like a plate bowl kind of thing. But yeah, I'm very curious to see how this turns out. To be fair, I'm typically not the biggest fan of cold noodles, but this is one of their main dishes, so I figure I can't get more authentic than trying it here. They're doing some stage performances now, so I decided to go for another round and enjoy the show, because these ladies are not only servers, but they're also musicians, dancers, and all kinds of stuff. It's such an interesting experience. But obviously I can't just film everything, you know what I mean? Just want you guys to feel how talented this lady singing is. She's unbelievably good. Sorry for the vertical vids. I know these are not cool, but you know, I've got to be somewhat discreet. Granted, nobody's told me you can't film, but I don't want to test it, you know, it's just not the place, and I want to be respectful while I'm here too. But I got to tell you, I mean, they put on quite a show, and these beers are really good. They're actually, sorry China, but North Korean beer is better than Chinese beer. I gotta be honest. It's stronger, tastes better, better quality. But I mean, these ladies put on an amazing show. Dancing, well, they're musicians, they play instruments. They had a full-on band up there. The singing on some of them was incredible. What an interesting evening. When I first came in, I saw the stage and I asked if there was going to be a performance tonight. They said no, but maybe because I asked, possibly that may have planted the seed why they did, and I'm glad they did. It was absolutely amazing. What a unique and cool experience. It's so crazy when they put the pinyin together with all these characters. Pinyin is the romanized version of Chinese. Well, this has just been butchered. They didn't even get it. It almost looks like they just randomly typed letters. Toward the end, they got it pretty good, but that beginning part, Shenyang, they called it Shuyong, and they butchered it. Look how long, it's like one continuous word. How many letters would that be?
I went to Xita, Koreatown, not really knowing what to expect. It's not a place that you ever hear about, and if you search for information about it online, you won't find much. I love seeing areas where different cultures blend together. Seeing Korean and Chinese culture intertwined there was extremely fascinating. Hands down, the most interesting part of the evening was dining in the North Korean state-run restaurant. I was a bit nervous trying to film in there, and I made sure to blur out the girls' faces to avoid getting them into any trouble. The waitresses there could do it all. They serve your food, they clean up the place, and then they go on stage and play instruments and sing at a professional level. I was blown away by the whole experience. I was lucky enough to have a lengthy conversation with one of them where we just chatted, talked about life, and I got to know her a bit. Did I mention that most of the North Korean girls working there were absolutely beautiful, feminine, talented, polite? It was just surreal. That's all I can say. I want to give an extra special thanks to all of my YouTube members and Patreon supporters for their help in keeping this channel financially sustainable. Thanks to all of my grasshoppers and tigers, and an extra special thanks to my Pichio gang. And lastly, a huge shout out to my top tier supporters, Lee, Martin S, and David is Dawei. I see you guys, and I just want to let you know I appreciate it so much. Oh, and just so you know, you guys rock.
What do you look for beyond the sea, grasshopper?